Hello, my name is Jelle for Calisthenics Worldwide, and today we will be looking at the pull-up and dip dip belt. So pull-up and dip is mostly known for their mobile pull-up bar, and now that they have a dip belt, we thought we would take a look at it. So the dip belt comes with 3 carabiners that you hook onto the D hooks, and also it comes with a steel chain. It comes in this little nice box, so let's open it up. Alright, so that was easy. The box opens up on 2 sides actually, and as you can see over here you have the 3 carabiners and the steel chain. And these are the D hooks that you hook the carabiners or unhook the carabiners from. And over here we have the dip belt. So the dip belt has a nice pull-up and dip logo on the front. It feels and looks very sturdy, as a dip belt should, and the length is 1 meter and 4 centimeters. So the front here, the padded part, it is actually 15/16 centimeters wide, and it's 10.5 centimeters on the sides right here. The chain that you'll be hooking onto the D hooks is a chrome high quality steel chain, which is 1 meter long and 2 centimeters thick. The 3 carabiners, they are 8 centimeters by 4.3 centimeters, and those are for length adjustment of the belt. Everything together weighs 1.2 kilos. So the pull-up and dip belt was made with high quality materials, like for instance EVA, which is a rubber-like plastic, and with durable nylon as well. This plus the craftsmanship that pull-up and dip puts into it really makes sure that your workout is going to be safe, and it's been tested until 250 kilos. Which I don't expect anyone to start dipping with that amount of weight just yet. And if you want to do squats with it, for instance, on a elevated surface, there are kind of better tools for it than a weight belt. What makes this particular weight belt unique is the Neoprene flaps over here, which makes sure that there's not going to be holes in your clothing. One nice thing about dip or weight belts in general is that they're very compact. They're also very light, so you can just toss them into your gym bag and take them anywhere, which makes them very portable. Usually they don't cost much at all. This one is like $40 or so, but of course you would have to buy kettlebells or weight plates with it, or you can just decide to get this one and take it to your gym and use whatever is at your disposal right there. This one is hand washable, so don't put it in your washing machine, and it is one size fits all. When you're gonna put on the dip belt, the first thing you want to do is have the reinforced / padded part onto your lower back. Then you want to overlap the 2 flaps over here that will be protecting your skin and your clothing. And then you want to have the D hooks on the same level. Then you're gonna put those together with one of the carabiners, and you're gonna hook that on. Then you want to get the chain with the carabiner and hook that on. If you're gonna put a lot of weight onto this dip belt, you do want to do this on the floor with your knees on the floor, for instance, so that you can really, without having all of the weight hang onto you, hook it on. Then I can use the 3rd carabiner wherever I want it to be. You can choose to have the weight hanging higher or lower on the floor. That differs per exercise. Although this is called the dip belt, it is not just made for dips. You can also use it with pull-ups, chin-ups, with muscle-ups, or with elevated rows or push-ups on, for instance, rings or on parallettes for optimal range of motion. So that's super nice. And first thing in all of those exercises that you want to consider is where you want to have the weight. The weight can be hanging very low. This is optimal for the pros, because if you have good technique, then this will make for better body tension, and also you can clamp onto the weights with your feet, which makes for more control. But it does tend to get you swinging a little bit more quickly, which is hard for beginners, and then we would advise to have the weight a little bit higher up. You do tend to sometimes use your knees a little bit more, which is less good for your technique, so really keep that in mind. If you are going to do rows and push-ups, this can be quite hard to set up, because you will need to have the dip belt a little bit higher on the chest or on the upper back, just so that you're not going to use too much core or lose the amount of reps that you want to be doing, because your hips are going to come down or go up. For muscle ups, It's super nice, but also there you would want to first have a very solid base with normal muscle ups, but also with your weighted pull-ups as well. Another thing to consider is that you could also get a weight vest. Compared to a weight belt, a weight vest might be more versatile in the sense that you can do a lot of exercise as well for the legs, like for instance squats, lunges and calf raises. You could be doing calf raises with this one as well, since you're standing quite high up, and also like squats you could be doing on an elevated surface. And with this one, often you can do a lot more weight than with a weight vest, because with a weight vest you're also limited. There are weights already included, which is also a downside of this one, because the weights aren't included. It really depends on what kind of exercise you want to be doing. If you want to do lunges, then a weight vest is your best bet, for instance. But we really like using a weight belt because it's also so portable and it's easy to put on, because a weight vest often, if there's a lot of weight on it, it's very hard to put it on overhead. In general, we are quite big fans of weighted calisthenics since it's really easy to get progressive overload in your training. If you want to get started with weighted calisthenics, we would consider, since this one is very cheap and it still has a lot of opportunities, to start with this one. And later on, if there are certain exercises that you think would be easier with a weighted vest, weighted vests are usually a little bit more expensive. So we are quite big fans of this particular weight belt. The fact that they have these flaps over here really makes them very comfortable. The padded back really makes it nice to wear. You can go really high up in the weight, so we think this would be a very good investment. We really like also the craftsmanship of PullUp and Dip and all of the products that they create. We do have a discount code for you if you want to get 10% off. And also we have an affiliation, so if you go into the description, there will be a link for you to check out the products. And for the rest, we hope we helped you out with this video, and we hope you can make your decision more properly, and we hope to see you in the next one. Have a good day.